I'm Plutonium 2356. I'm here doing another Microsoft Paint tutorial. And today we are painting Gabara Minilla. This is requested by King Craftables. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but yeah. Let's get started. Now, before I get started, I just want to remind everyone that I am a professional. I do these. I am a Microsoft Paint expert. Okay? It's okay if you mess up while doing these tutorials. That's fine. Like Rick Ross said, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Even some of the more professional Godzilla artists out there, such as, you know, the great Daikaiju Danielle over Kensha Studios, she has yet to perfect the craft of Microsoft Paint. Matt Frank has yet to perfect the craft of Microsoft Paint, such as you're about to witness here. So do not be too hard on yourself. That is just a reminder, but please follow the directions, and I promise you'll get through this. Trust me. So, first things first, I like to say is you always want to choose your background. Today we're going to a white background. The next thing I have that you should do really is you should pick out a reference photo. My reference photo will be this photo right here. Probably can't see it too well. There we go. There it is. There's the reference photo right there. That's the photo I'll be referencing as I'm creating this image. Maybe we'll be a little cool and throw some clouds in there this time. You know, it's an unnecessary detail, but you know, it is what it is. It's really preference after this tutorial. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our brush, and we'll start by drawing Gabara first. Why not? So we'll get the brush. We'll get a black outline of him, just so he sticks out. And we'll get the 5 pixel brush here. And it looks like his legs are cut off, so we'll kind of start off with his legs are cutting off. So we're going up. His legs are kind of folded. We always got to remember those bumps too. Those weird bumps. There's a little dumpy he has there. And now we're going up his back. And do not forget the bumps. Those bumps are very important to his character. And as we're climbing up his back, it's looking good. It's looking good. All right. As we keep climbing up his back, now those little horns come in. So we'll make his little horns right up the top here. And now kind of flattens out. And then he has this one unicorn horn up top here. And now it shapens back down. And now it dips into his beautiful looking face. This is going to be a little bit of a difficulty because his face is all kind of smooshed into place, if you know what I mean. So like I said, don't be hard on yourself. This is a very, very difficult kaiju to do in Microsoft Paint. But remember, I am a professional. You also can be a professional with enough practice. Remember, I've been doing this for about a month and a half, 2 months now. I know what I'm doing, trust me. So, all right, so his face kind of dips down a little bit, and then we have his nose kind of smooshes down in, but then it's like a beak, so it also comes back into his mouth, but his mouth is kind of not open, kind of not closed too. So then it goes back into his head. Then his neck kind of bulges out here. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good so far. And really long neck. And then his arms are about here in the reference picture. So what we'll do is we'll bring out his arms. And he has a really long wingspan. So you just kind of want to make sure you get enough length on there to really capture that. All right, and we'll get a couple of his hands in there. So what we'll do is we'll actually make it a bit 2D. So 1, all right, 2, 3. I believe he only has 3s. So there we go. And those are a little sausagey, but I believe that's part of his character. You know, they're not supposed to be the greatest. And as we bring it back in, his arm actually goes up, so we'll actually do a little extra detail. Again, it's completely up to you. We'll give him a little shoulder bump. So let him know that hey, that's the arm, that's where it's coming from. All right, you can't Can't be messing up there. Can't got it. That's a very important detail you got to put in an art like this. All right, so now we're gonna actually in the photo you see both of his legs. So we'll come down here and we'll finish his one of his legs. All remember to include those little bumps. All right, you got to remember to include those. Those are very important. Then you have a little, I guess, a little thigh gap there, and then we go over here, do another leg. Remember the little bumps. Always remember the little bumps. All right, that's very important. We'll go over here, finish his body, and then we'll wrap up with another set of legs over here. Just like that. And right off the bat, you have Gabara. All right, there he is in his full glory. And now we're on to Minilla. Now I'm kind of back and forth, you know, he's very oval-like. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually use a new little tool here. This is big. Actually, let's finish up Gabara first. So his eyes are kind of off to the side here, so we'll go ahead and make his eyes right up here. And he has one little red pupil. There's one little red eyes, I believe, here. So we'll make his eye over here. And he has a little black dot. And there we go. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and fill that in with maybe like a little gold. And we'll use the little paint dripper. Get it in there. All right, perfect. We can also go back in and fix his little beak here. That's what we'll do, actually. So because the eraser tool will actually erase the background, what we're going to do is we're going to get our little paintbrush here. We're going to pick white, and we're just going to paint over this. We're going to paint over this like that. So it acts like as an eraser. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually just bring his mouth back just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Much better. And if the more I'm looking at the picture, I'm seeing a little ear up here. So we'll give him a little ear right there. Give him a little ear. Then we'll get we'll get the white up here to act as our eraser, and we'll erase that portion right there. Perfect. All right, so we're almost done with him. So we'll go ahead and get our orange out, and we'll go ahead and change our size. We'll go back down to 3, and we'll give him his little hairs. Just start plucking them everywhere, all around his head and everything, and that's really it. Perfect. Okay, so next we have Minilla. We are officially done with Gabara. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and attach his little green tint here. So let me get the bucket here real quick, and we'll make everything that beautiful green as shown. And actually, we'll even pick out the color option tool, because he's even like a bluish aqua-ish color, kind of like that, I would say. There, that's even more like his color. So with that being said, and actually, now that I think about it, we'll cut off the horns there. We'll cut off those little horns there, so we can make them white, like the rest of this horns on him. So we'll get our little bucket, make them white, as shown. Boom. Gabara's finished. So now we're officially on to Minilla. So, like I said, I'm thinking about maybe using shapes for these, but I don't know. I think we're gonna do a better job freeforming it. So let's get our brush again. Change our size back to 5, and Minilla's head is about right here in the image. So, and his head's kind of an awkward oval right now, kind of an awkward oval. And it'll dip back down here. Then it goes right into his little spine. So be careful when doing those. All right. Then this body kind of comes back in, and it goes straight into his tail, just like that. And you see his little leg going up back into his body, as shown. And actually, we'll finish up his head here, because I think it'll be easier for the audience and for myself to kind of continue tracing it and continuing with that. So we're kind of at the forehead position, so it kind of dips back in, then goes back out to his giant eyeballs. Interesting design. Then it comes back out to his lip, and his lip will then come back in. That's a little sharp, so we'll go. Oh, do never do that. Always use the white marker to erase the white brush. Excuse me. So we'll come back in, do this giant bulging eye here, and come back in for his lip, and we'll round out like that. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And we'll actually have Gabara's arm cut off, that part of his body, because that's okay, and that's okay. There's happy little accidents, and then we'll have something here to indicate that's his arm, or the cut off of his head. Then we'll have we'll cut off his eyes right here. And then from there, we will have his arm stick out, as seen in the image. And here you're only seeing like one part of his hand. So we'll actually take a sharp cut back, and then round off his thumb and have his arm come back in. And we'll do a little shoulder. Just let him know that's the arm part. Then we'll go back down with his little body. And then we'll finish up with the leg, as shown. And we'll finish up the tail right there. Perfect. Perfectly executed. I think Minnilla's looking well so far. So now let's go ahead and color him in. So let's actually get the it's kind of like a deep brown greenish color. So we'll actually go in our color creator, not color creator, but color picker. I want to say it's around this color, and we'll go ahead and get our little bucket tool out, and we'll just fill them in here. Perfect. So now comes on to the eyes. We'll go ahead and draw those on him. And we'll actually freeform this. So now comes the hard part. Minilla has now officially been drawn. Perfect. Exactly like the image is shown. Now here comes the hard part. We're going to draw the electricity. Now this is not I do not recommend this for beginners, but I believe in you guys 100% that you guys can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our blue color up here. You can change whatever. I'm going to roll this turquoise. I will change this to the brush to a 3 pixel size. And it looks like in the reference image, it starts from this back spine here, this back horn. And we're just going to let it ride. Let it ride all the way down his arm. And you can zigzag all the way down here. And then once you get down to his arms, you can branch out all over the place, kind of like this. And then from there, we want to go even a smaller pixel size and kind of branch off even more. Just all over the place like this. Kind of really showing that he's in pain. There's a lot going on. And there's not a lot of good stuff. And even Gabara, he has a little bit of crazies going on down here. And with that little detail, I think it's safe to say that we're done. And if you ask me, this is a spitting image of what we have here. So we are officially done. Looks very close. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little brush here. And we're gonna I think we're gonna do a little bit of a background. We'll do a little bit of a background. We're gonna get the brush, and we'll make it the max pixel size, and we'll kind of just brush it in there, just exactly like that. Exactly like this. And you know what? We'll make it even a darker shade, just to kind of differentiate from the color of Minilla from the background. Get the little bucket tool. Fill it in. Perfect. And for added effect, we're actually just going to make the sky blue. Terrific. All right. I think we're good. I think we've done our due diligence. And let's fill in these little gaps here. And that's it. This is how you draw Gabara electrocuting Minilla. This is how you do it in Microsoft Paint. So again, don't be too hard on yourself. I am an expert in Microsoft Paint. I know exactly. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran in Microsoft Paint is what I like to say. So let's get a side-by-side for comparison. So here is our side-by-side comparison. If you ask me, that is very good. That's a terrific image. I really can't tell the difference. It's movie quality stuff. So really, if you're looking for an artist out there for Microsoft Paint, feel free to come to me, for this. This is just outstanding. And for all of you new artists of Microsoft Paint out there, I highly recommend, I couldn't really promote my tutorials anymore. This is just wow. Toho, if you're looking for anyone to really help you out with any sort of art like this, feel free to contact me. If anyone's looking for any sort of art, Godzilla related like this, top class, feel free to contact me. So yeah, this is what the side-by-side looks like. And honestly, it's identical. You can't really tell the difference. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me on this Microsoft Paint tutorial. I hope you guys are able to learn from this tutorial, and that's really about it. Let me know what else you guys would like to see me do. I'm open to all sorts of ideas, all sorts of characters, whatever the case is. And that's really about it. I'll see you guys later.